The global automotive industry is going through a change that almost nobody expected. For years, the story seemed simple. Electric vehicles were supposed to replace gasoline cars completely, and traditional engines were expected to slowly disappear. Companies like Tesla, BYD, and Rivian dominated the headlines, while many experts claimed that the internal combustion engine had reached the end of its journey. But something surprising is happening, and it could change everything we thought we knew about the future of transportation. China's Geely has introduced a new hybrid engine with an incredible thermal efficiency of 48.41%. To most people, that number might not sound exciting, but to engineers around the world, it is a huge breakthrough. Some experts are even comparing it to breaking the sound barrier in aviation. For more than 100 years, engineers have fought the same enemy: wasted heat. Every drop of fuel contains energy, but traditional engines lose a large amount of that energy through heat, friction, and exhaust gases. For decades, reaching 30% efficiency was considered impressive. When Toyota pushed hybrid engines close to 40% efficiency, it became one of the biggest engineering achievements in automotive history. Now Geely has pushed that number even higher. This breakthrough was achieved using ultra-high compression ratios, advanced thermal control systems, and intelligent software that can manage combustion with incredible precision. AI-driven systems monitor the engine thousands of times every second and adjust fuel injection and ignition timing instantly. This is no longer just a mechanical machine. It is software, electronics, and engineering working together like never before. And here is where things become really interesting. Many people believed electric cars would dominate because they eliminate gasoline consumption. But EV owners still face one major problem: range anxiety. Long charging times and limited charging stations continue to frustrate drivers in many parts of the world. Geely's latest hybrid technology offers another solution. Instead of relying only on batteries, the engine works together with electric motors to deliver extremely long driving ranges. Some models using this technology are claiming ranges above 2,000 kilometers on a single tank and charge combination. Imagine driving across entire countries without worrying about charging stations. Imagine taking long road trips without waiting 40 minutes at a charger. For many people, that sounds more practical than fully electric vehicles. In countries where charging infrastructure is still developing, intelligent hybrids may provide the perfect balance between efficiency and convenience. But there is something even bigger happening behind the scenes. This is not just about one engine. It is about the balance of power in the automotive industry. For decades, Japan was considered the king of hybrid technology. Toyota and Honda built their reputations on reliability and fuel efficiency. Their patents, engineering expertise, and supply chains gave them an advantage that seemed impossible to challenge. Then China changed the game. Instead of depending on foreign suppliers, Chinese companies built their own ecosystems. Batteries, semiconductors, AI software, aluminum alloys, and advanced manufacturing facilities are increasingly produced inside China. This gives companies like Geely incredible speed. They do not need to wait months for components from different parts of the world. They design, test, and improve products faster than many traditional rivals. And speed is becoming the most important weapon in the automotive industry. Before we continue, if you enjoy discovering future technologies and amazing innovations, make sure to subscribe to Beyond Human and turn on notifications, because the next few years are going to change transportation forever, and you do not want to miss what comes next. What makes these new hybrid systems truly special is intelligence. These cars do not simply react. They predict. AI systems analyze road conditions, battery levels, driving habits, and even upcoming terrain. If the vehicle detects a downhill road, it prepares to recover energy more efficiently. If it knows a highway is approaching, it can optimize the engine to operate in its most efficient zone. This level of software control was almost impossible a decade ago. Meanwhile, many traditional automakers are facing a difficult challenge. Their research and development cycles are often measured in years. Chinese companies are introducing updates and improvements within months. That speed creates pressure across the entire industry. It is not because Toyota or Honda lack brilliant engineers. Far from it. Their engineers are among the best in the world. But large organizations often move slower, and in a rapidly changing market, speed can become more important than size. The old narrative that the future belongs only to fully electric vehicles is now being questioned. Perhaps the future is not electric versus gasoline. Maybe the real future is intelligent hybrids that combine the best of both worlds. And that possibility is making some people very nervous. As this new technology continues to evolve, governments and manufacturers around the world are beginning to ask difficult questions. For years, many countries plan to phase out internal combustion engines completely. Massive investments were made to prepare for an all-electric future. But what happens if highly efficient hybrids can deliver similar environmental benefits while removing some of the biggest concerns associated with electric vehicles? Suddenly, the answer is no longer as simple as it once seemed. The reason this debate is becoming so intense is because physics still matters. Even with rapid improvements in battery technology, liquid fuel continues to hold far more energy per kilogram than today's lithium-ion batteries. That means gasoline still has one major advantage. By combining that energy density with electric motors and intelligent software, engineers are creating vehicles that feel almost like EVs while keeping the convenience of traditional fueling. Regenerative braking plays a huge role in this system. In older cars, every time you press the brake pedal, valuable energy disappeared as heat. Modern hybrids recover much of that energy and store it back inside the battery. Every stoplight becomes an opportunity to recharge. Every downhill road becomes free energy. It is a smart system that treats energy as something valuable instead of something disposable. This combination of regenerative braking, electric motors, and ultra-efficient engines creates a level of synergy that very few companies have been able to match. It is one reason why Chinese manufacturers are attracting so much attention. They are no longer simply building affordable cars. They are creating advanced machines that challenge some of the biggest names in the industry. And perhaps that is what worries competitors the most. According to reports, China has dramatically increased its automotive patent filings over the past several years. The country is no longer just a manufacturing center. It is becoming a source of innovation. Engineers who once focused mainly on production are now creating technologies that influence the entire global market. The center of gravity is shifting, and companies around the world are paying close attention. Imagine sitting inside Toyota headquarters and seeing a competitor suddenly introduce technologies that push efficiency to levels once thought impossible. Engineers are not simply looking at charts and percentages. They are looking at a challenge to decades of leadership. They are seeing competitors move faster, adapt quicker, and combine software with mechanical engineering in ways that change the rules of the game. And this pressure is forcing everyone to ask uncomfortable questions. Are we moving fast enough? Are we relying too much on suppliers? Are our development cycles too slow? Are we underestimating how quickly the competition is evolving? The most surprising thing is that many experts believe we are only seeing the first stage of this transformation. If engineers have already managed to push thermal efficiency beyond 48%, what happens when the next generation of AI systems, advanced materials, and new fuels arrive? Suddenly, numbers that once seemed impossible start looking realistic. The race is far from over, and every major automaker knows it. For years, many people predicted that internal combustion engines would disappear completely. But history has a funny way of surprising everyone. Instead of dying, the engine has evolved. It has become smarter, cleaner, and far more efficient than previous generations. In many ways, today's hybrid powertrains represent a fusion between the old world and the new world. and consumers are beginning to notice. For the average driver, technology means convenience. Most people do not care about thermal efficiency numbers or engineering papers. They care about practical things. They want lower fuel costs. They want reliability. They want fewer worries during long trips. And most importantly, they want freedom. That fear of running out of power is still one of the biggest concerns among buyers. Charging stations are growing, but they are not everywhere. In some regions, fast chargers remain limited, and charging times still require patience. Intelligent hybrid systems solve many of these problems. Drivers can enjoy smooth electric driving without worrying about finding a charger every few hundred kilometers. And that changes the entire conversation. Suddenly, the future is not a battle between gasoline and electricity. It becomes a combination of both. A balance where software manages every component with incredible precision. It is a future where efficiency matters more than ideology. Many experts believe renewable fuels could also play a major role. Sustainable fuels, biofuels, and synthetic e-fuels are receiving increasing attention. If these fuels become affordable, highly efficient hybrid engines could remain relevant for decades. Instead of replacing the entire global fueling infrastructure, countries may choose a slower and more practical transition that could save trillions of dollars worldwide. Think about the scale of global infrastructure. Gas stations, transportation networks, fuel distribution systems, and service centers have been built over more than a century. Replacing everything overnight would be extremely expensive. Intelligent hybrids offer another path. A bridge between today's reality and tomorrow's ambitions. Meanwhile, advances in batteries continue. Solid-state batteries, silicon anodes, and new chemical formulas promise higher energy density and faster charging. Companies around the world are investing billions into these technologies. But until those breakthroughs become affordable and widely available, hybrid systems may continue to offer the best balance between efficiency and convenience. And that chain reaction may become one of the most important industrial shifts of the 21st century. What we are witnessing is much bigger than a new engine or a few extra kilometers of range. It is a complete transformation in the way humans think about mobility. The age of simple machines is giving way to the age of intelligent systems, and every year the line between software and hardware becomes smaller. The journey of the automobile has always been a story of reinvention. From steam-powered experiments to gasoline engines, from manual transmissions to hybrid systems, every generation believed it had reached the peak of innovation. Yet history has proven one thing over and over again. Human ingenuity never stops. And that is exactly what makes this moment so fascinating. The internal combustion engine was declared dead by many experts. Headlines predicted its extinction. Governments announced deadlines. Investors shifted billions toward electric vehicles. But instead of disappearing quietly, the engine evolved. It adapted. It became smarter, cleaner, and more efficient. It learned to work together with batteries, electric motors, sensors, and artificial intelligence. In a way, it has been reborn. And maybe that is the biggest surprise of all. The future was never supposed to look like this. But technology rarely follows simple predictions. As consumers, we stand to gain the most. Competition forces companies to innovate faster. Better efficiency means lower fuel bills. Smarter software means fewer maintenance problems. More advanced batteries mean longer ranges. Increased competition means better quality and more affordable prices. Everyone wins. And this race is only accelerating. Engineers are already experimenting with next-generation batteries, hydrogen technology, solid-state cells, synthetic fuels, and even carbon-neutral combustion systems. Artificial intelligence will become even more deeply integrated into vehicles. Cars may soon learn our driving habits better than we know ourselves. They may automatically optimize routes, predict traffic conditions, reduce energy consumption, and schedule maintenance before any warning lights appear. Imagine a vehicle that understands your daily routine, communicates with smart cities, charges itself at the most efficient times, and constantly updates its software without requiring a visit to a service center. That future is closer than many people realize. And while some companies are trying to catch up, others are pushing forward at full speed. China's rapid progress has surprised the world. Their engineers are proving that innovation is no longer concentrated in one region. High-end engineering is becoming democratized. Talent, research, and advanced manufacturing are spreading across the globe. Countries once known mainly for manufacturing are now becoming leaders in patents, artificial intelligence, batteries, and automotive software. This shift is changing the balance of power, and it is happening faster than most people expected. The companies that succeed in the coming decades will not necessarily be the biggest. They will be the fastest. They will be the ones capable of combining mechanical engineering with software, artificial intelligence, and advanced materials. Speed of innovation has become the new currency of the automotive world. That reality is forcing every major manufacturer to rethink everything. Are they adapting fast enough? Are their development cycles too slow? Are they relying too heavily on old business models? These questions are being asked inside boardrooms around the world, because nobody wants to become the next company left behind. One thing is becoming clear. The future will not belong exclusively to electric cars or traditional engines. It will belong to intelligent systems that combine the best of both worlds. Efficiency, connectivity, software, and flexibility will matter more than ever before. And perhaps this competition is exactly what humanity needs. Every breakthrough pushes rivals to improve. Every innovation raises standards. Every challenge creates opportunities. The road ahead is filled with obstacles, but it is also filled with possibilities that previous generations could only dream about. Before we finish, if you love discovering technologies that are shaping tomorrow, make sure you subscribe to Beyond Human and turn on notifications. The future is arriving faster than anyone imagined, and trust me, the next breakthroughs will be even more unbelievable. As the dust settles around this latest achievement, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The internal combustion engine is not dead. It has evolved. Artificial intelligence has transformed it. Advanced software has refined it. Engineers have pushed it closer to perfection than many thought possible. The story of the automobile is far from over. In fact, it feels like the most exciting chapters are only just beginning. From microscopic fuel injectors to powerful AI algorithms, from advanced semiconductors to revolutionary battery technologies, every component represents thousands of hours of human creativity and ambition. Each breakthrough is a reminder that there are still frontiers waiting to be explored. We are living in one of the most exciting periods in automotive history. Boundaries that once seemed impossible are being broken every year. And as these technologies continue to evolve, they will influence not only transportation but also energy, manufacturing, robotics, and countless other industries. The future is an open road, and humanity is just pressing the accelerator. The engine is humming. The race has begun, and the world is watching. Welcome to the era of the hyper-efficient machine. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Beyond Human.